Alright guys, let's get to business. I love Nintendo. In fact, if you're subscribed to this channel, you probably like Nintendo as well. Maybe as much as me, maybe more, maybe less, I don't know, but if you're subscribed to me, and if you watch my videos, then it's like high. Ooh, Zach, you need to tone it down a little bit. Then there's a high chance that you really like Nintendo too. And you know what? That's a great thing. Having positivity and being optimistic about everything is the best way to live through life. However, I hate myself, and I'm going to go through my life negatively because I'm going to talk about this next Nintendo Direct, which I hope doesn't disappoint like the last one does. Hopefully.
ZakPak, he's always there for you. ZakPak, only on YouTube. ZakPak, what will he do next? ZakPak, let's find out, 'cause it's on with the show.
So there are two main problems that I had with the last Direct. The first of which being that we didn't get many updates on games that are coming out this year that we don't know much about. No Luigi's Mansion 3, no Animal Crossing, no Bayonetta 3, very little Daemon X Machina. So, there's not much. There wasn't much in terms of updates on games that we've been waiting to hear about for about, 5-6 months. But the second problem I had is the fact that there were so many third-party games that it really drowned Nintendo's content. I mean, it's a Nintendo Direct. You want to hear about Nintendo games, and you know what? I get it. I'm so happy about the fact that we are getting third-party games on the Switch. I am really happy about that. I'm overjoyed. Honestly. Games like Dead by Daylight, games like Cuphead, those games come to the Switch, I'm super hyped about. However, it is a Nintendo Direct. I do want to hear more about Luigi's Mansion 3 than Cuphead or Dead by Daylight, I'd even say Animal Crossing to some extent, because even though I probably won't get it day one, it is still a game that a lot of people love and a lot of Nintendo fans really want to see. So seeing those games, in my opinion, is more important than the Dead by Daylight, than the Zoom Disneys of the world. We need to see those games. So there's been a lot of murmurs going around about a Nintendo Direct happening on April 11th. And honestly, I really hope that's true because we need some damn updates at this point. It would be great to hear about some new games, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but I think this Direct should mostly just be updates to games that, that we don't know much about. I do think that we should see some new games, but there should be a lot of updates, and I mean a lot. The main heavy hitters for 2019 are Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing, and Pokemon. I think those are the 5 heavy hitter titles, and I think it'll be inexcusable if we do not see at least 3 of those 5. And being that one of those 5 is definitely Mario Maker, we have to see Mario Maker, because that's coming out in June, so we have to see Mario Maker. So the other 2, it's either got to be Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing, or Pokemon. It's got, and of course, I know we have Astral Chain and Bayonetta 3, but I think those other 5, the ones that I listed, are the main important ones for this year. And they are basically the ones that are confirmed for this year. So one thing I'll bring up is that Nintendo Direct leak rumor thing that sprouted a while ago, or by a while ago, I think it was last week or something, when this rumor sprouted out about a Nintendo Direct happening on April 11th. Apparently, there was an Amazon listing for Super Mario Maker 2 that coincides with that Direct leak. So that's making me look at this, usually, as much, I love looking at leaks and seeing what the possibilities are. I love it. Maybe it hypes me up a little too much, but either way, I like looking at leaks. But I never take them seriously. Because there are so many leaks out there, only one can be true. So when you're seeing, 10 different leaks, it's well, what's the point? There's no credibility to any of them at this point. But with this leak, given that one of the games, Mario Maker, in the leak, the release date said June 14th, and apparently Amazon listed Mario Maker 2 coming out June 14th, it's got to be a little more than just a coincidence. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go through that leak and talk about the main highlights of said leak, and then I'm going to be talking about what I want to see. If there is a Nintendo Direct on April 11th, I will talk to you guys about what I want to see. And if this Direct does get confirmed, then I'll have a separate predictions video on a separate day. Alright, so let's get into this leak that is apparently, like I said, supposedly a Direct is happening on April 11th, and it'll kind of coincide about Reggie Fils-Aimé leaving Nintendo. Which I think does make sense in a way, because I think what Reggie Fils-Aimé is leaving the 15th, right? The 15th of April or something like that. So I think it would be pretty important and pretty nice to at least give him a Direct to send off and have him host it too. So apparently it's going to start off with the reveal of Tomodachi World, which is a sequel to the game Tomodachi Life on the 3DS, and I don't care about that one much, to be honest. Like, if that game came out at $60, that's kind of pathetic if that game's going to come out for $60. It's a game where you use your Miis to, like, do little things. It's like a lesser version of The Sims. So it's like, if they made, like, The Sims with Miis, that'd be kind of cool, but it's not even that, to be honest. So some headlines. Apparently, Super Mario Party is going to get 3 DLC packs with 2 boards and 3 characters in each one. And the first one, containing boards called Cloudtop Kingdom and King Boo's Frightful Manor, which I believe Cloudtop Kingdom is based on Super Mario Odyssey. King Boo's Frightful Manor is probably based off of Luigi's Mansion. And 3 new characters, Pauline, Spike, and Baby Mario. That update will release on May 3rd. So, what do I think about that? Because I do want to talk a little bit about that one. Most of them I'll just blaze right through, but this is Super Mario Party, so I have to discuss it. I think that, first of all, I would love that. Like, that sounds good. Like, yes. But the one thing that throws me off about it is that there's 3 characters in each pack. Now, for those of you, like, this will sound weird, right? So if there's 3 characters in each pack, and there's 3 packs, 3 times 3, that's 9. That would be 9 new characters, which sounds awesome, and it is. But it seems weird that Super Mario Party has an even number of characters. And it's even heroes and villains. You know, I think it's like 11 heroes, 11 villains. Or something like that. So to add 9 new characters, that would offset the skew. Like, you know what I mean? It seems weird. Because that was the essence of the game. That it was heroes versus villains. So having one side have more than the other seems a bit weird. But either way, I don't care. If it's true, I don't care about the whole even odd thing. I would want this to happen. But it just seems weird for the game to do that. Next up, it talks about Super Nintendo games come to Nintendo Switch Online. All I gotta say is, please freaking do it already. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it already at this point. Like, the NES games are leaving things to be desired. They used to do 3 every month, but now it's gone down to 2 every month. So it's like, what is the Nintendo Switch Online really giving you? I mean, honestly, it's so pointless. It's so stupid. Apparently, they're showing off more Cuphead. Apparently, that comes out April 18th. Which, hey, April 18th, freaking ads? Yeah, April 18th. The fuck? Yeah, April 18th. I think that's a good date for the game. Why is someone just screaming their lungs out? This house is near a school, so don't think anyone's getting kidnapped. It's probably just a kid screaming at recess. Oh my god. Anyways, April 18th. Good release date for Cuphead. I mean, I don't know if Cuphead already had the release date out there, but nevertheless. Next up is Box Boy and Box Girl. Don't care. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Really don't care. Sorry. Next up, Terraria is shown off for the Switch. Don't care. Mario Maker 2 headlines, cool stuff like co-op, some new items. Frog Suit is actually a really cool one. Same with Boomerang Suit, because I believe they're both from Super Mario Bros. 3, and I like those. Or was it Hammer Bros. Suit in Mario Bros. 3? I don't know, but nevertheless, I'm excited for that. New level themes, Yoshi will be given different properties, new enemies, the level finding system's been reworked, and the release date being June 14th. And that's the part that makes me, like, somewhat look at this a little more carefully. Because of the fact that, June 14th, this leak says June 14th. Apparently Amazon leaked June 14th. So we'll have to see on that. Though, they do have a 1 in 4th shot of getting it right? Because it's always a Friday when games usually come out. So, anyways. So now we're at Luigi's Mansion 3. Let's take a second on this one. I'm going to read the whole thing here. Luigi's Mansion 3 is shown off a little. we see Luigi controlling an elevator, jumping across a pool area full of debris, and saving Egad from a great fall. The game is supposedly called Luigi's Mansion Tomb Service. The name was apparently leaked a few months back, so I don't know if the person actually has insider info or if they just made a lucky guess. This game is set for October. You know, the only thing that makes me kind of smile at this is the name, Luigi's Mansion Tomb Service. Because, by the look of this, it doesn't seem like we gotta look at gameplay, or at least much, or anything new. Like, it doesn't tell us of any new moves that Luigi can do, or anything like that. I like the name Tomb Service, I'll give it that, but didn't say anything about Portrait Ghost, so we don't know if they're returning yet. Like, I'm leaning towards they're not going to return, but then again, this is a leak, so it may not be true. The game is set for October. That sounds likely at this point. Daemon X Machina's talked about for a little bit. Apparently it's set for August. No confirmed release date for that still. That would annoy me. I'm really not interested in that game, but it's just how long that game's been talked about. And how they're like, oh, we're getting there. We're almost there, but we're not getting a release date. It's just going on and on and on. I feel like we've known about that game since basically the Switch was launched. What, it got announced E3 2017? So it's nearly 2 months or 2 years later, and we still don't know much about it, so I don't care about that. Next up, the Smash Ultimate Update 3.0 is shown. Apparently Stage Builder and Home Run Derby, or Home Run Contest, will return, and apparently they tease that more modes might return in the future, break the targets, but apparently that update, along with Joker, will be released on April 12th, aka the day after the Direct. And apparently also the second DLC fighter will not be revealed at this Direct. I've heard some rumblings about 2 being announced at E3, but I can't be sure. I think we're going to get a tease of the next character. I don't see why we wouldn't. If they're going to release Joker, right, the day after that Direct, why not give us something to hold on to until E3, right? I think it would be cool to say, hey, Joker's being released tomorrow, so here's a tease at your next character that you're going to get. As to who it's going to be, I think it would be the Microsoft rep. I think it would be the character that Microsoft is, that will come over from Microsoft. It's not confirmed that a character from Microsoft is coming over, but given how closely Microsoft and Nintendo are working, with Cuphead coming over to the Switch and all that, I think that is likely the next. Who knows? Maybe it would be Cuphead. I don't know. It could be anyone from Microsoft's reps. Cuphead, Banjo-Kazooie, Steve. It could be anyone. Next up, Untitled Goose Game is now called Titled Goose Game. That's actually kind of funny, but I really don't care about the game. I mean, I love the just comedy of the goose in the name, but gameplay, it doesn't hook me, so I'm probably gonna skip it, especially if it's an eShop exclusive. Next up, apparently we're gonna get the reveal of Animal Crossing Switch. Animal Crossing Switch. It's Animal Crossing. Apparently, there's going to be new villager species like bats and lemurs. I don't care much about Animal Crossing, but don't kill me yet. But I think I mentioned earlier, I am highly anticipating seeing more of this game because I want to see the Animal Crossing fans' reaction. Because I know that a lot of Animal Crossing fans are gritting their teeth waiting for this game, because the last one they got was basically New Leaf, really. So don't worry. I think Luigi's Mansion fans and Animal Crossing fans are in the same boat here. Our last games came out in the same year, I think. So we're all just kind of waiting for that next game. But with Animal Crossing fans, it's a little bit different, because they got tugged at so many times with Amiibo Festival, Happy Home Designer, so they really got tugged a lot. So I give you Animal Crossing fans credit for holding out this long. But then again, the last great Mario Party game was 11 years ago, so I've been holding out on that one too. And then lastly, apparently Earthbound is being remastered, and not just Earthbound, but the whole Earthbound trilogy, being Earthbound Beginnings, Earthbound, and Mother 3. And wasn't there a lot of issues with Mother 3 and cultural sensitivity issues? But I know Reggie's always teased Metroid. It's always teased Mother. Just always. It's always a joke at this point, getting Mother 3. But since he's leaving, it could be possible that that's what he leaves behind as his legacy. And I would hope that would get a physical release. I feel like something with that like that would be digital exclusive, but if they're remastering the games, then they might do it physical. They might pull through with a physical release. And I think that would make a lot of people happy. All 3 games physical. Mother 3 would be the first time in the States. So, I mean, I'm personally not too huge on, the Mother series, but it would make a lot of people happy, and it would probably break the internet, to be honest. So, if that outline is true, if this leak is true, then it is looking to be a pretty decent direct. Because, like I said, it gave us updates to 3 games, being Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3, and Animal Crossing, that I would hope for. No Pokemon, and what was the other one? Oh, and no Link's Awakening. Those 2 aren't there. But we got 3, of the 5. So if this is true, then that's good. The Luigi's Mansion part scares me, simply because it doesn't tell us much. Like with the Mario Party update, it tells us who the new characters are, it tells us what the boards are. But with the Luigi's Mansion update, it shows us some cutscenes, I guess, some cinematic cutscenes, but it doesn't sound like it shows us any gameplay. It doesn't sound like it shows us portrait ghosts or anything like that. So that part scares me. But overall, that looks decent. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if this Nintendo Direct does happen. What do you want to see? What do you expect to see? Let me know down in the comments down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join my Discord if you haven't already. I love my little Discord server. Check me out on Patreon, too, if you want to donate. I'm making a new web series, and maybe I might want a little bit of help on that. In case you guys want to. It's completely up to you. And, yeah. Until next time, guys. I'll see you in the next video.